media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Well, it's a showdown. John Kerry gives Russia until Monday, just 2.5 days away, to basically hand over all of their interest in eastern Ukraine or, quote, face serious repercussions. I think Russia's already facing the repercussions of the West destabilizing their country. And again, it's not that I'm saying the Russian government's flawless or perfect in this, but clearly the West is the aggressor. The EU globalist combine is trying to start a major destabilizing regional war that could lead to something much larger. Now, continuing here, ladies and gentlemen, Russian troops, of course, have been massing on the border with eastern Ukraine. New York Times reported that yesterday. Kremlin website today hit by powerful cyber attack. We're going to be breaking that down. Russian government banned several websites critical of the government. Again, war is the health of the state. This is going to let Putin cement power, what's happening, by the way, and will reverse any freedom reforms that were actually taking place in Russia. Bloomberg reports that Russia is preparing to invade East Ukraine, Estonia says. I mean, these are just incredible headlines. And they're not top news anywhere but Infowars.com and DrudgeReport.com and real media sites that actually care about not having World War III. And again, this is not even about Ukraine is run by something like North Korea and the Russians are involved, so we're going to attack them to liberate people in death camps. No, the globalists that run our country will put in authoritarian regimes in many cases. They're overthrowing Ukraine because it was elected and because they didn't join the EU. It's just amazing that we're just here on the eve of possible destruction, surfing the apocalypse, and I mean, there's like a 10% chance that we could have a hot war start. I'm being very conservative there. It could be a much higher percentage. And I told you, I've had a lot of dread the last 6 months, and it's been intensifying exponentially. And there's a lot of reasons. The economic meltdown, the cultural decay, evil being released on every level, the hedge of protection falling from our republic, clearly the Russia situation, the funding of al-Qaeda publicly, the fact that all this is public now, that our government runs al-Qaeda and is using the threat to take our rights, that the government's spying on us all illegally and using it to destroy their political opponents and shut down the press, that there's just ruthless looting going on everywhere. Government interests run most of the narcotics trafficking, launder the money with the big banks. And it's all come out, but then none of it gets reversed. It just gets worse and worse and worse. And historically, when governments don't get restrained and corporate interests don't get restrained, you get a World War I, a World War II. You get a huge European continent war. You get a Napoleonic war. I mean, it just follows a path. And I hope we don't go down this path all the way, but we've already gone down at about 80%. And we're fast approaching all-out war, and then Homeland Security will be used to clamp down domestically and organize the U.S. into a giant paramilitary force for all the wars. And you'll have to get in line because America's losing a war on multiple fronts. And they'll be able to then teach the kids how to wear dresses, little boys, and put them all on drugs and forced inoculations and forced abortion and eugenics, because that'll all be on the back burner now politically. You know, we got to do what we're told of Lord Obama with the big war going with Russia. And Russia's going to use this to clamp down and seize power. Not like Putin needed to begin with. It's just a bad situation. And that's putting it lightly, obviously. I don't have words at this point to describe how serious this is. Well, we're busy worried about the Malaysian flight, but some new developments on that we'll give you. We are literally on the edge of thermonuclear war, any way you look at it. And I'm sorry, that's more important than Justin Bieber or Kanye West. Hi. Hi, folks. Alex Jones here with some important information. I want to tell you about Matt Redhawk and his team of patriots over at MyPatriot.